So you were not on the previous web series, and this is your first.
Yes.
So you bring a brand new energy to this web series as well. Now, we done talked about womanhood. We done talked about perfection. Here's where it comes into really examining womanhood and perfection. Even right now, you're sitting like a lady. You're right, and you're sitting like you're giving me your full attention, and your energy is open. When you're on screen, though, you do certain little nuances that made me ask: is she trained, or is this something that she does to make sure she's focusing on camera? Like even now, your hand is very straight, and sometimes when you talk, you breathe, you look up, and then you shake a little bit. Do you do that to keep yourself from being nervous, or do you do that to keep yourself in character?
Maybe in character?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's more, or maybe it's nervousness. I'm not sure.
Some of the greatest actors and actresses do certain things to keep their character very driven and very focused. For instance, was it Wesley? No, it wasn't Wesley Snipes. It's Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington will be in a movie set and he'll joke with you. And as soon as somebody says action, the joke is over and he turns it on. Then when they say cut, he'll be like, all right, so, you know, and he'll pick right back up, and people are thrown like, what is the actor? What is Denzel? You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to get that gift. It's not easy. Because even a clown has to cry sometimes when the makeup comes off. When you play this character, since it's so transitional for you from momhood, working, even just authority as a whole, as a supervisor, how do you balance the character from you? Where do you see the separation besides drugs or whatever? But how do you see the separation when it's time for character rather than you being bug out you who likes to have fun?
I guess you have to be serious, right? The bug out. I think the momhood and the work helps a lot with that part of the character, because like you said, you have to be a boss, you have to be the queen, you know, you have to say it is what it is. And maybe the part about having fun, that's when I have to transition into a different role, because that's, like I said, I love to go out with my girlfriends, I love to have fun. Some people are like, you girls are crazy. Okay, but it's among us, you know, it's amongst ourselves, we're having fun. But like I said, there's always a level of, we know when to have fun and we know when we have to, you know,
Tone it down.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the essence of great acting, though, is that you can put yourself in different situations and just carry on. I was having this conversation not too long ago. I'm a preschool teacher by trade.
Oh, okay.
So we teach social emotional development, math, literacy, blah, 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 blah. And we always ask the parents, what do you think is the most important thing for the children to learn? Because I don't teach like everybody else. In my class, all the parents say, oh, I want them to know their letters, I want them to know their numbers, I want them to know their alphabets, I want them, and I'm like, yeah, you basically want them to write a book about 4 or 5. I get it. But I said, the most important thing we teach is reasoning. And if you don't structure the mind to learn, you will never learn. And that's why social emotional development is so important.
It is.
And like even when grown-ups, a lot of the grown-ups that we're around who have issues, it's social emotional development that is missing. And a lot of people, when they're on character and they're on camera, their social emotional development is the thing that either makes them great actors and actresses or make them fail when it comes time to get in front of the screen. Since you like to have fun and you're with your girls, what do you think is your most penetrating, best asset of yourself in character? Like your character. Is it that you like to have fun? Is it that you're caring? Is it that you're loving? What's the best quality that you have that makes you you?
I think myself, and I was told that I have to tone that down too. I'm very outgoing. I'm very caring. And I guess somebody said it's sometimes being too friendly or being friendly can be taken in a whole different way.
Well, you're in New Jersey, so yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, and I'm like, wow, like, so I don't know how to be, I mean, yeah, of course I know how to be not mean, but there's times when I have to put my foot down, but there's also times when, like, if I meet you, I'm not going to judge you based on what other people said or on what anything. I'm going to treat you however I feel, you know, our vibe is. And I'm always willing to help people out. Like, my father always used to tell me, he's like, why are you always going out of your way to help people? You know, like, if I had a friend in the hospital, and it could be somebody that I knew from school that I didn't, like, have this real close friendship with, but if I can go out of my way to help you, I will. And some people will take it the wrong way. Like, well, you know, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, well, I was just offering, you know.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if I was in that position, I would want somebody to help me as well.
That's a trait of agape love. And that's what a lot of people, especially in the East Coast, New Jersey, stand up for you. This is what we fail in. Because in today's society, especially, we are the isolated society. We are the person that sit at a dinner table and be on our phones and won't even have a conversation.
Right.
Rather than somebody say hello to you. My father once told me a great story which bugged me out even to this day, that when my father's from Alabama. So when he first moved to New Jersey, he would say hi to people like he was in the South. And people would be like, what you talking to me for? And one time he said hello to a woman, and she told her man that my father was trying to talk to her, and this man tried to fight my dad, thinking, this is my dad in his 20s, by the way, but this was like, you know, and he was like, I don't know you're a woman, I don't even want to, I just said hello.
I just said hello, right? Being respectful.
Exactly. And like I said, in the world being the stage, people think you play phony when you're respectful. And that's kind of harsh. So then let me ask you this. If your love is your best quality, what is your worst quality, and how does that make you a better actress?
My worst quality, I'm stubborn. I can be a bitch, a queen.
Okay.
I believe in standing up for what I believe. So if I feel like I'm good when everybody, you know, just keep it real with me. When I'm betrayed, and that's funny because loyalty and betrayal. When I'm betrayed, it's a whole different ball game. It's like I feel like you're trying to take me for a fool, and I just don't appreciate that at all. So, you know, I'm all in for anybody as long as we're keeping it real and everything's good. But if you try to betray me or take me for a fool, then it's like a whole different ballgame.
And it's interesting that you said that, because 2 other gentlemen I talked to called you a sex symbol. Now, sex symbol doesn't mean somebody has to sleep with you. Sex symbol means that you bring out a feeling of desire. And some men, we like women that have authoritative spirits to themselves. And it's not that they're going to take us over. It's just that a woman of strength is a woman of character. Even it says in Psalms 31, when Solomon's mother was teaching him about how to pick a good woman, a godly woman, rather than just picking a woman. Teach that more in church, everybody watching. A character woman is one that stands out the most. I mean, even if you want to hear that, I mean, everybody says Psalms 31, right? We always say it, Psalms 31, Psalms 30, I'm getting down, Psalms 31, right? If you look at the story of Isaac, and when he was going to have a wife, Abraham sent his servant out, and it was the woman who actually took care of him and his animals that he said, no, that's going to be the one that's going to be Isaac's wife. Even to the point where Isaac and Rebekah was together, the lineage of righteousness still continued based on her character and her qualities. Give me your recipe. What is the quality of success any person can have to be their best?
Quality, the recipe for success.
You're successful.
I just believe, first of all, believe in yourself, and just be fair. Think about, put yourself in whoever you're dealing with, put yourself in their shoes, what you're asking them to do. Don't ask anybody to do something that you would not do. I mean, let's take it away from loyalty and betrayal.
No, it's not.
I'm trying to
No, it's
like,
not.
you know, when I'm telling you to go do this or do this, and I'm not doing it myself, I'm sending people to do it. That's different. But I believe, like, just in life is just respect. Respecting people, treating them with respect. Some people, though, I feel, even though you give them that respect, maybe because of what they've been through, they think that you're not respecting them
Mm.
and that you're, you know, demeaning them. And it's like, I'm not, but because of everything that you've been through, you feel like you're being attacked.
Mm.
And some people look at it as, you know, in a negative way when it isn't. And I get it. Some people have been through some crazy things.
Yes,
So
indeed.
when you try to talk to them or you try to help them out, right away this fence comes up and it's like, you know, what's your angle? What are you trying to get at? And I'm like, I'm not trying to get nothing. We're just trying to work together. But like I said, everybody's been through different things, and it's important what you said about you being a preschool teacher, and I think that's so important, the social development. Because, like you said, if they don't learn then, right, it'll affect them. Like, I see a lot of people that have been locked up when they were young, and then they come out many years later, and they don't have that social, how can I say, let's say you get locked up when you're 19, you come out 15 years later, you're still 19. You haven't lived that life, you haven't lived that world. So you're still that immature person coming in to live in a world that's just so advanced at this point. So I understand that struggle.
And that's a very hard struggle because at the end of the day, that's why people look to us for hope. The people who are on the camera and behind the camera is because we're actually inspiring them to do and be more than what life actually gives them. It's a hard burden, but it's one that we bear just being ourselves.